Welcome to the Nerd on Nerd podcast with me, Jack Hemster.
And me, Liam Underwood.
Hi, Liam.
So how are you today, Jack?
I'm good, Liam. How are you?
You know what? I'm not too bad. I can tell you more about my day when it's time for my favourite segment, Catching Up with Jack and Liam.
Okay.
So, what have you been up to lately?
Not a huge amount. I'm, the sort of the standard things, staying at home,
Yep.
not doing much. What did you get up to, Liam, this week?
Growing some mighty fine facial hair.
Oh, yeah?
So, at work, we have to do this thing called Movember. I've kind of been forced into it. Now, I kind of didn't bother shaving it properly for a little while because it was my other half's birthday, and she kindly requested that I didn't make myself look creepy for her birthday.
A slightly mean request, some would say.
But also very fair.
Yep.
So I've only recently actually shaved it in, and it's made me very self-conscious.
Oh, really? You're not a fan of the moustache?
I'll tell you what, when we upload this, we'll add a picture.
Yeah, please do.
I'm going to be honest, it's not a good look for me.
No? Just the moustache?
Yeah, I mean, one, I can't really say the word properly.
Go on.
Moustache?
Yeah, I think, is it not moustache?
Moustache?
Yeah, I feel like that's right. I feel like you need to say it more confidently and less like a question.
Moustache.
Yep, there we go.
Awesome. So, yeah, I just don't think this moustache really suits my face.
Yeah.
And then there was an instant, well, there was a potential instant earlier where I was walking home from the shops as the schools were coming out.
All right, okay.
And I'm quite good at ignoring sort of the world.
Yep, just tuning out. And
Yeah, but there was definitely a few kids who I think they were talking to me, and I think they were saying, all right, fam?
Fam.
Fam, yeah.
Are you saying fam with an M or N?
M.
N? It's F-A-M.
Fam.
Okay, it's really hard to tell. Spell it.
F-A-M.
Are you saying N?
Foxy Alpha Mother.
There we go, cool. Yeah, right, gotcha.
Which is also the type of porn I like to look up.
Foxy Alpha Mothers.
Yep. Anyway, so yeah, and I think they were talking to me, but I thought it's best probably to not address them.
Did they shout anything else at you?
Not that I was aware of.
Fair enough.
But I mean, I just didn't want them to start kind of calling me a pedo, really. And the thing is, the way I currently look, they could have got away with that.
Yeah, I imagine they could.
And I've got to do this for work, so it's kind of like, I don't mind doing it.
No, you just would rather not look like a paedophile while you did.
Yeah. Because some people can pull off the moustache.
Can they? Or do they just trick us into thinking they can?
I think some people can. They're rare. I think they're mostly like newsreaders.
Oh, that's true, yeah. Now that I'm picturing a newsreader with a moustache.
Yeah, like Trevor McDonald.
Yeah, fair enough. Does he have a moustache?
I don't know, but I can picture him with one and it's not creepy.
Yeah, same.
So it's irrelevant if he does or not.
He could have one.
Exactly.
That's fair.
Have you ever tried to rock the old moustache?
Never as an active choice. I've never had a moustache and been out in public. I've done things where I've grown my beard for like a month and then shaved and taken photos because friends insist on seeing what I'd be like with a moustache.
Okay.
So like as I'm shaving, I'll shave down to a moustache and go, here's a photo.
Could we add a picture of that down below?
Yeah, I'll try and track one down.
I'd be curious to see what that looks like. Well, the other thing, I feel like if you ever do that again in future, you should definitely go out in public with it because it does make you suddenly... I don't know why people do it because I didn't feel more confident with it. I just felt awful.
Did you feel like people were looking at you?
I mean, I feel like that anyway because let's be honest, I'm pretty good looking.
Oh, I thought that was a sign of base paranoia, but sure.
No, I feel like normally when I'm like, oh, I think that person's looking at me, it's with a bit of like pride. But this time it was like, I think it's like, what if I was an ugly person, how I'd feel if I saw someone looking at me.
You're so modest, and that's what we all like about you.
Yeah, it's a little bit like dismay, a little bit.
Okay.
Oh, I don't really want negative attention, shall we say?
Yes. I don't want to experience that, so I probably won't do your suggestion.
Yeah, but I think you should.
Why?
It's very humbling.
I'm humble. You're the one with modesty problems.
I mean, I can now say quite safely I know what it's like to be an ugly person.
I know what that's like anyway.
You say that, and then you'll have all the girls listening writing in, oh, Jack, you're not that bad looking. We'd give you a 5.
Yeah, well, 5 out of 5.
Out of 10.
Well, that's bumping me up a couple, that's alright. Did it again, see? I'm earning their support.
I can't tell if you're being modest or not, though.
It's hard to tell with me, isn't it?
Yeah.
You can never tell how base these emotions are, whether I'm actually trying to hide the fact that I think I'm not attractive or not.
See, I think you're not attractive.
Thank you.
I'm also, like, not your target audience when it comes to attractiveness.
That's true. Who is my target audience, Liam?
I think we're still trying to discover that.
We are. We're explorers.
Because I feel like that's a journey we can take together through this podcast. But, back to my main point.
Yes.
Like, while you're not my cup of tea, my taste in men is... I go for the top of the top. Like, The Rock, Ryan Gosling, maybe Vin Diesel if he's having a good day.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, like, I'm not... honestly not being mean, but I can't put you in that category.
I'm a little bit offended that you can't.
I think it's obvious why I can't.
Why?
I mean, if you want, I can knock up a picture where it's Ryan Gosling and then you next to him.
Yeah, I would challenge you to make that, and then... No, actually, it wouldn't work if you made it. I'll make one, and then I'll get you to tell me which one is Ryan Gosling. We'll just do the body as well. It's too easy with a face because I've got the best beard. So you'd be like, well, that's a majestic beard.
So we're just having the body?
Yeah, just the body. Okay. And then you have to tell me which one's Ryan Gosling and which one's me.
When we say body, are we talking, like, trousers on or off?
No, I was lying about that, Liam. I'm not going to do that because it's really fucking obvious.
Oh.
Sorry, buddy. I know I've disappointed you with that.
A little bit.
I heard you getting excited. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, I was more just excited at the thought of looking at Ryan Gosling's body again.
Fair enough.
You got to admit, like, you've seen it, right?
Yeah, what? Like in films and stuff, he's been topless.
Yeah. It's banging.
Yeah, oh no, it's impressive. I'm not going to... Yeah.
Zac Efron is another one I'd put up there.
Well, really?
You're not a fan?
No.
Sorry, what's wrong with your eyes?
Sorry, I feel like I've offended you.
Yeah!
Why?
Zac Efron is like... He's above Vin Diesel. He's top 3, easy.
You didn't put him in your top 3. You put Vin Diesel in there on a good day.
I forgot about his little face, and now I've remembered it, and I'm a lot happier for it.
Really? Oh, well, I don't know, friend.
Have you seen his body?
No.
Oh, well, you've got some Googling to do later.
No, I don't.
Before you go to sleep.
No. I don't want to do that.
We should also, I think, point out for any listeners... We like women as well.
I mean, you said you had a girlfriend earlier, Liam.
Yeah, exactly, but...
Fair argument at that point.
Alright, well, you like women too.
I do, yes. More, I like women. That's why, wait, no, because I only like women.
I just wanted to make that clear for any listeners.
Thanks.
That's right. We both like women. Now, we're not opposed to men.
No. What are you? I don't know. I can't tell if you're trying to twist this on me or not.
No, I'm just saying. I'm saying, right, let me be as clear as I possibly can be, okay? Romantically, sexually, we both like women the best.
Yes, you're making it again. You're doing it again. Are you afraid to say that you're heterosexually?
Oh, I'm proud. I just don't want to speak for you.
Thanks.
That's right. I'm. You know, this is a safe space for you.
I'm also heterosexual, Liam.
You didn't sound sure. Try that, but like with me and the moustache. Try. I think if you said it with more confidence, it'd be more convincing.
I'm heterosexual, Liam.
Okay. So that was my week.
Yeah. Do your party voice for me, the DJ party voice.
What's hip hop happening, party people?
There we go. Yep.
With me, Jack Kempster.
That's the one.
That's my party voice.
It's good.
Maybe I should use that voice when I'm out in future.
When you're out with the moustache?
Yeah, go up to the bar. How's it going, Toots? Bring me a drink.
No.
No?
Now you're not radio person, you're just sort of bigoted male from the 1940s.
Same difference.
Wow. Cut that bit out.
Or are we worried about offending radio personalities now?
Yes! What a weird thing for you to offend.
Yeah, but to be fair... If they get offensive, they'll go on their radio show and be like, oh, you'll never guess what these nerd on nerd dicks said.
Well, I hope they wouldn't say that. I hope they'd say you didn't hear what that nerd on nerd dick said.
Nah, they'll lump us together. And then their audience will be like, oh, I haven't heard nerd on nerd before. Maybe I should...
Oh, you're using it for free advertising.
There is no such thing as bad publicity.
There is.
There is. Did you know that Charlie Sheen is HIV positive?
Oh, is he?
Yeah. Did you know something else about that?
Go on.
He found out 4 years ago. I'm gonna let that sink in for a second.
Has he been with people?
Yeah.
No.
But I think you're missing the real point here. Think about Charlie Sheen 4 years ago.
Oh, I mean, I don't remember Charlie Sheen 4 years ago.
That's when he was going around saying he was winning and he was drinking tiger
Was
blood.
that 4 years ago?
Yeah.
That's a long time. What? Yeah, okay.
And I mean, don't blame the tiger blood.
Oh, God, the tiger blood. That's what it was.
Well, I think that's what he was trying to say it was, but I think it was more his whoring around.
He was actually warning us.
Yeah.
Don't have the tiger blood.
So, suddenly, because I quite enjoyed that period of his life.
I remember you enjoying that period of
I have a t-shirt that I now don't know if it's okay for me to wear in public.
What does the t-shirt say on it?
It might just say winning with his face.
What? The thing with it is, right?
Yeah.
It's sort of... It's not funny. It's not funny. But it's a little bit funny. Because that t-shirt's taken on a whole new meaning.
Exactly.
Because it's like... it's really offensive to him.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe you shouldn't wear it, mate.
No, I'm going to have to put that next to my Rolf Harris t-shirt.
2 little boys, 2 little toys.
So yeah, that happened this week. And I mean, I don't want to turn catching up with Jack and Liam into a news segment.
Because we would never do a news segment.
No, exactly. I mean, news, we'll just date these podcasts immediately. However, I do wish to talk to you about Shia LaBeouf.
Yes. I want to talk about Shia LaBeouf. Is it LaBeouf? I never know how to say his name.
It's either LaBeouf or LaBeouf.
I think I'm going to say LaBeouf. Or the Beef. I might just call him the Beef. Because I quite like that as a nickname for him. He's been going crazy, isn't he, Liam?
Well, I mean, a bit. Not just in the last week. He's been going crazy a lot.
The last week's thing was less crazy than most of the other stuff.
So when you say he's been going crazy, what?
I meant it as like a long term.
Is there any specific incidents?
Paper bag on the head.
Oh, that says I'm not famous anymore.
That was weird.
Bit weird, yeah.
I believe it was running a mini marathon for an art instalment where he just ran in circles.
Yeah, okay.
I think that was one of his things. That was pretty weird.
Bit weird, but good cardio.
I guess. There was a third one, another art instalment, but I can't remember what he did.
Was there one where he just sort of let people watch him?
Yeah, he sat in a room.
Yeah.
And people came in, just random strangers, or well, people from the public. I guess they were strangers to him. Would come in and he let them say what he wouldn't talk.
Yeah.
He just sat there in silence, and then you were allowed to like just say stuff to him. But yeah, the new thing he's been doing, hashtag allmymovies, was Shia LaBeouf, the Beef, sitting in I can't remember what cinema it was. It's cinema in New York?
Yep.
Can't remember what one, but one of them. And it was him watching all of his movies that he's starred in, but in reverse chronological order. Which is an intro. I didn't get why it was in reverse. Admittedly, I didn't get most of it.
No, I agree. Personally, I like doing things very much in order. So if I'm going to watch the Transformers movie, I ain't going to start at Transformers 3.
You'd have gone, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. But
Sensible.
equally, I do feel like it might have been... Right, if I could just, for a moment, just try and place myself in the mind of an artiste...
Please do.
I would find it quite like a palate cleanser, shall we say, to watch my career in reverse and try to get back to that area where it was all new and it was all exciting.
So, like, the whole time that he was doing it, for 3 days?
It was 3 days, yes.
That he was there. For the whole, well, for about, like, more than half of it, I was trying to... Something happened to me, Liam. Mm-hmm. Something I wasn't ready for. I put on the live stream, I was like, I'm going to see what this is. Classic The Beef being a bit crazy. And I got drawn in and watched him for quite a while.
Do you think it was just him being purely self-indulgent, or do you think he was trying to make a sort of statement on this idea of celebrity at the moment and the fact that other people came to watch these movies with him, the fact that we were obviously watching him online, there was tweets going on about him?
See, right, well, this is my thing, right, is that at the end of the first day that I was watching, which would have been the second day of the whole thing,
yeah,
I was texting you.
Yes.
And we were just chatting throughout the day about the whole thing, and it was, just being like, what's going on? What is this? Why is this happening? So I had a realisation and sent you a text that was ridiculously long about my theory about the entire thing.
I'm looking for your text. Oh, I found your text. Okay.
Go for it. Are you going to read it to me?
I mean, if you want me to.
Do it.
It's going to be in my monotonous voice, though.
Do it in... Yeah, no, do it in the monotonous voice.
Okay, I think this Shia LaBeouf hashtag all my movies is fucking with my mind. I can't stop watching. It's just there in the corner of my screen now, and it's actually got me thinking. I read some news stories about the thing, and there's a few of the hate-filled ones, and then there are the curious ones. And I'm wondering if maybe that's the whole point. Is he doing this, all of it, including his old art projects? Is it all just Shia saying, "Look at the world! What have we become when a man watching movies becomes a giant discussion full of anger and confusion"? Is Shia a genius, Liam? I don't like him because of the plagiarism stuff. But that doesn't mean I can't respect him if he's actually doing it for this reason. But then again, maybe he isn't. Maybe he is an obnoxious arsehole. I will never know, and maybe that's the point too.
Right, I've got a couple of issues with the way you read that. Firstly, is that how you read it? Is that how you think I typed it?
Yep.
Alright, I didn't. A lot of that was very children's storybook levels of reading. But other than that, anyway.
I mean, that's how I interpreted what you said.
Okay, well, that's going to lead to me writing texts very differently when I send them to you. My points on my own text are, I did find out what it was about because he released a thing saying it.
Yep.
Which sort of blows my whole thing out of the water. Because he was just like, yeah, I was just watching my movies. I thought it was very refreshing. He was very much like how you said. Just, he was sort of trying to clear his palate.
Like rebooting, I guess.
Yeah. He enjoyed Even Stevens and thought it was good that other people enjoyed it. It was so mundane. It was such a mundane conclusion to the whole thing.
I think as well, one of the things that's interesting is if you look at his face watching certain movies, like a lot of people have screen captured and put that online, and he's so happy when he's watching Surf's Up.
Yeah, I didn't see that bit of it.
Now, obviously, I think Surf's Up is an animated movie, isn't it?
Yes, about penguins.
I wonder if it's easier for him to disassociate himself with that movie and enjoy it.
No, but see, he also loved Even Stevens, and he enjoyed, I think people said he laughed during Fury at the jokes his character made.
Okay, fair enough.
Oh no, it wasn't his character. It wasn't his character's jokes. He laughed at the other people's jokes. Because his character's quite serious in it.
Because again, I'm wondering, Even Stevens, right, that was age ago and he was a little baby in that.
I don't think he was a baby.
He was young.
He was young.
So it must be easy for him to disassociate himself with that as well, because it was so long ago, and even though it's still him, like, I think if I saw a video of me as a child, I'd be like, oh, isn't that adorable?
I can't imagine you being an adorable child.
Well, try harder.
It's just you, but a lot smaller.
Yeah.
Probably more irritating.
Well.
Right. Are we done catching up?
I don't know. Do you feel sufficiently caught up with Liam?
I think so.
Did we ever fall in, like, a camp where if you got sent flesh tubes, you'd use them? I can't remember what your answer was.
No, I don't think so.
You wouldn't use them?
Well, I don't know. Maybe. I don't want them. That's the thing, is I don't want.
But if anyone wants to sponsor us, like Flesh Tube, you would try it just so you could endorse the sponsor.
I feel like, yeah, it wouldn't be fair for me to endorse the product if I hadn't tried it.
Yeah.
So I'd be doing it morally.
Exactly. And what if you loved it?
Well, then, I'd see how things went. I'd be like, if I enjoyed that quite a bit, maybe I'll get one.
So if they sent you a couple of different models, right? So they sent you one model...
Why does this always fixate on me?
Because I'm more inquisitive than you are.
And we know that you'd be just using them all the time.
So they send you one model, it's the normal flesh tube, it's a vagina. They send you another one, it's the flesh tube, but this time, because you know what a flesh tube is, right?
Yes. I know what a flesh tube is.
Okay, so for any of our more innocent listeners, would you like to explain?
No, I don't want to.
You just said you know what it is.
I do. You have to explain it. I'm not explaining it.
It's like a tube, right? With like a bit of plastic on the top that you... It's sort of... Picture a flashlight, if you will. And then there's like some rubber over where you would normally find the light part of a flashlight. And that rubber will be moulded into sexual shapes. And it's kind of for you to put your penis in and have sex with.
Yeah.
Now, I know one of the things they do is vaginas. Yeah. So if they sent you one and it was a vagina, you'd be happy to do that, yeah?
Yeah, probably.
If they sent you another one and it was a lady mouth...
Yeah.
That's okay.
I can see where you're heading with this.
Yeah, what if it was a man mouth?
Oh, no, right, okay, sorry. I totally did not go think where that... Oh, well, you've blown my mind there, Liam. No, I wouldn't use it.
You wouldn't use a man mouth?
No.
You know it doesn't make you gay, right? It's just plastic.
Whoa. That was never the issue.
What was the issue?
It's a dude's mouth.
Yeah, so what's the issue?
I'm not into dudes' mouths.
But that's what... So... Why not?
I have a question, Liam. If Fleshlight were to send you a dude's mouth...
Yep.
Would you use it?
No, because I'm not gay.
Why is it weird if I don't use it, but it's okay if you don't?
Because you didn't say that's why you didn't use it. You didn't say, I wouldn't use it because I'm not gay. You started giving all these excuses, like, oh, I don't find men as attractive as women.
I didn't put it like that. Again, you're doing the thing where you slowly twist what I say to suit your ends.
The ends justify the means.
Right, moving on.
Now, this is obviously our very first ever show.
Yep.
And I don't really think the point of the show is to just catch up with us, is it?
Okay. Why do you phrase everything like you're a primary school teacher?
What do you mean?
I don't know, you're very like... It's like how primary school teachers lead towards answers. Do you know what I mean? Like, they're like, now what noise does a cat make? Because we know that cats don't go moo, don't we? It's like that. It's like a very... I don't know.
It's because I don't want to exclude us from any listeners. And I know with the name Nerd on Nerd, you would expect our listeners to have a certain amount of intelligence.
That's very discriminatory of you, Liam.
Yeah.
I don't think nerds are.
Oh, you don't get dumb nerds.
Well, yes, you do.
What? Sports dumb,
you do.
yeah, but not like dumb.
What? No, you get dumb nerds. You're thinking of geeks, or depending on what other people's things are, it could be the other way around. But
geeks are the circus freaks who bite the heads off chickens.
Well, that's not what I was expecting. But yeah, sure.
That's the definition of geek.
What's the definition of nerd?
You. Oh,
hey, insult.
Oh, zinger.
Put in can you please insert air horns going there?
1-0. Excellent.
Yeah, go on, make your point.
I can't remember what my point was.
Don't worry about it. You're explaining thingy.
Oh shit, yeah, but ignore that. Anyway, so yeah, I think the point of Nerd on Nerd isn't just to catch up with us, although that is delightful. But that's more like that's more for us than for the listeners, I feel.
Yeah.
So the next segment, because obviously this is our first show, so they don't really know what's coming.
Yep.
The next segment is more for them.
Oh, really?
Would you not agree?
Yeah, I guess so.
It's for us too.
I'm just joking. Yeah.
It's also for them.
We do all of this for you.
Yeah. So what's the name of our next segment?
It's called Swap My Culture.
Swap My Culture. And what's Swap My Culture all about, pray tell?
You're doing it again, the primary school voice. Swap
my
and
this
culture.
Is why I need to speak as if I'm addressing a child.
Yep, it's all become apparent now. Swap My Culture.
Well done.
Swap My Culture
yep.
is... I can't say it normally now. Swap My Culture is a section where each of us will give the other one something to experience or, watch or read or in some cases play if it's a game. But we each give the other person something that they haven't had before. They haven't watched it before.
We're essentially broadening their cultural horizons.
That's a nice way of putting it, yeah.
Thank you.
So each week we'll give the other person something to read or watch or blah, 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 all that stuff.
And if you're listening at home and you want to play along, we're not going to stop you.
No, we'll be uploading the links on our website, which we don't have yet, so we can't give you the address, but...
We'll let you know where you need to go to get the stuff that we're going to be doing.
Yeah, just follow us on Twitter. I'm sure we'll tweet it out once Twitter unblock our bloody account.
Well, we don't need to get into that just yet.
No, it's fine. I'm holding in the rage.
Yeah. So, essentially, each week, we'll experience something new, and we would love it if you, dear listener, came on that journey with us.
Yeah, sure. God, you make me sick.
What?
I don't know.
What was wrong with that?
I know what you're really like.
Are you saying that I'm not coming across as authentic?
No, it's not that. Yeah, no, it's that. It's that. You're like all charming and stuff on here.
Yeah, sorry. I save my charm for the potential nice people that are listening. I don't waste it on you.
Don't try and win them back. They're on my side now, Liam.
Well, maybe tweet us and let us know.
Once we've uploaded the moustache pictures. Tell us who looks better with a moustache.
Who wore it best?
Jesus.
Anyway.
Go on, carry on explaining what it is.
So, it's always going to be something that either we're a fan of and we're passionate about, or something that we're curious about what the other person will have to say about it.
Yeah.
The other thing that's also worth bearing in mind if you would like to suggest something for us to experience, well, that would be delightful.
Yeah, if you find something that you're like, man, this is crazy, and neither of us have seen it before, we'll probably both watch it and let you know. Not you, we'll do it on the podcast. But
yeah, exactly. It would be great if we could get suggestions from our listeners of the things that you think we should be experiencing.
Yeah.
But bear in mind, we're pretty cultured and we've probably experienced quite a lot of things already.
I mean, I've experienced the whole world. I don't know how anyone's going to find anything for me to do.
What do you think of opera?
The music... I don't know why I'm struggling with opera. The musical performance of opera.
Yes.
Or Oprah Winfrey.
No.
America's...
Opera, not Oprah.
Fair enough. I've never seen it, Liam.
Well, you just said you've experienced everything in the world.
Yeah, I was lying.
You bamboozled us all.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, so obviously this is our first show, so we can't really do a culture swap.
Because we haven't had a week. We'll be saying these things one week, and the person will then watch it in the next week.
I think we can explain it better than that.
Alright, you do it then.
Alright.
Dickhead.
So this is our first show, so we're not really doing a culture swap this week. What we're going to do instead is tell the other person what they need to experience before the next show, and then in that show we'll talk about our experiences, if we liked it, didn't like it, thoughts, feelings, loves, passions, hates. We'll go through a wide spectrum of emotions.
Nice. So good.
Did that work?
Beautiful description.
I can't tell if you're being sarcastic now.
I'm doing you. I'm doing a monotonous voice.
It sounds sarcastic.
Now you see other people's problem.
I mean, it
was fine. I'm just joking. It was fine.
I don't put it on deliberately. That's the difference.
I know.
It's a curse. It's my own curse that you're using against me.
When you were a baby, a witch cursed you.
Probably.
Now is Liam being sarcastic, children? Of course he is.
If she did curse me, she cursed me with a massive dick.
Nice. So what culture are you swapping with me today, Liam?
It's a movie.
Yeah.
It's from the 60s, because I'm not sure... I know before we were talking about things, you were saying you're not that well-versed in older cinema.
No, that's true. I've not watched a lot of old cinema.
Exactly, so I thought maybe something from 1967. It's called Spider Baby, or The Maddest Story Ever Told.
I've heard of Spider Baby before from you, I think.
There is a signed poster of it in the room where you slept for 12 hours.
Yes, I noticed that. It's a cool poster.
It's signed by the director.
Is it?
Yeah.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So what's going to happen to me, Liam, when I watch this?
That's spoilers.
Yeah, there's no spoilers before, but is there anything you can say? Is it a gruesome horror movie?
I'm a firm believer of going into any new experience knowing as little as possible about it.
Okay.
So all I'm going to say is it's from 1967 and it's called Spider Baby, or The Maddest Story Ever Told.
Okay.
That's all you need to know.
Alright, fine.
Crack on.
Alright, I will.
And what bit of culture are you going to be swapping with me?
I want you to watch John Dies at the End.
Okay.
Now, my only thing with this is that I've read the book and seen the film.
Yep.
And the book is a lot better than the film.
Okay.
That's my only thing. But other than that, it's really good. I think you'll enjoy it.
See, that's all I know of it, is that it's based on a book. And
yeah.
Generally, I'm not one of these people that likes to read the book before they watch the movie. I know there's a train of thought where people tend to like to do things that way, but that doesn't work for me.
That usually only happens to me if I've read the book before the movie's even like an idea.
That makes sense.
But yeah, I think if you enjoy this film, and even maybe if you don't, you should read the book in your spare time, not as part of the podcast.
I don't really read books.
Well, if you ever do, it's not very long.
It's because I don't have a bath anymore.
Yeah, I forget that's the thing that you do.
Yeah, so I just don't have the time to read because I don't bath.
Because you don't bath anymore. You just live in your own filth.
I shower. So yeah, that's how Swap My Culture's going to work in future.
Yeah. I mean, it's working like that this week. It's just that we haven't got something to talk about.
So next week, Jack will be talking about Spider Baby, or The Maddest Story Ever Told, and I will be talking about John Dies at the End.
Yeah. I bet you can't guess what happens at the end of the movie.
I have some theories, but I don't want to be preemptive in case
I
I'm
know.
wrong.
I'm not going to talk about it at all. I was just making the joke that I'm sure everyone makes when they see the name of that.
So if you're listening and you'd like to join in, all you need to do is watch either one or both of those movies before we record our next show. And if you want, you can tweet us at
Nerd on Nerd.
Or you can email us at
nerdonnerdpod@gmail.com.
And maybe we could get some fan interaction going. A bit preemptive to think of you as a fan, but optimistic.
They've only listened to one episode.
They're probably halfway through that still. They haven't finished yet.
Oh man, that's true.
Unless they finished it, loved it, and gone back and are listening to it again.
That's true. If you've listened to us and we're still around like a year from now, and then you're like, oh, you know what? I've listened to them so much. I'd like to go back to the beginning and listen again. If you're doing that, hey, it's nice to see you again.
Welcome back. But if this is your first time, welcome.
Yes.
So yeah, if you'd like to get involved, we're happy to interact. This isn't one of those stuffy podcasts where it's all about us and we couldn't give a shit what you think. We want to know.
It's mainly about us, Liam.
Well, it's called Nerd on Nerd. It's not called Jack on Liam.
That's true.
I mean, some of us did want it to be called Jack off Liam.
Yeah, and some of us refused to call it that.
For some reason that got vetoed. Don't know why. And this is why you're stuck with the very generic, buzzwordy name of Nerd on Nerd.
It's not buzzwordy. We named it this before that was a proper buzzword.
Just saying, I mean, there was alternative titles that we could have gone for, is all I'm saying. Nerd on Nerd. Woo! So, final thoughts?
Shy's a bit weird, isn't he? That's my final thought. I'm still reading. What's your final thought, Liam?
I hope that someone listens to this and they don't stop.
Oh, final thoughts is good.
So, do you want to do a little end it?
Thanks for listening to this week's episode of Nerd on Nerd. I've been Jack Kempster.
And I've been Liam Underwood.
And if you want to get in contact with us, you can tweet us at Nerd on Nerd or email us at nerdonnerdpod@gmail.com.
And remember to come back on the 3rd of December for our next episode.
Bye.
What?
I'm saying bye.
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 Should we try that bit again?
Bye.
Yeah.
All right. We're saying it together.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.